and grappling and wall work, and he was like just gassing all the guys out. You know, even like new guys will come, and like he would still gas the guys out. So he was like just gassing all the guys out. You know, even like new guys will come, and like he would still gas the guys out. So super excited that it's like, man, everybody talks about his cardio this, his cardio that, and the guy's literally an animal. The way he trains, and he trains and he's like having fun.
Khamzat Chimaev's latest training footage ahead of the Dricus du Plessis fight has fans doing a double take. It's not just intense, it's next level. From crazy balance drills to raw power moves, this isn't your usual fight camp, and with every rep, Chimaev looks more like a machine than a man. Let's break down what he's actually doing. It starts with something that looks simple, but
you can't go. Wait, he's falling behind.
but definitely isn't. Khamzat is throwing and catching two balls one after another. It's all about reflexes, focus, and hand-eye coordination. He's not just tossing them around casually, he's catching them in quick rhythm, making sure there's no pause between. This kind of drill forces his brain to react fast, just like in a fight when punches come at weird angles. Next, he's down on the ground, picking up balls and flinging them behind his back. It's fast, messy, and weirdly effective. This movement trains his ability to stay low and explosive, perfect for sudden scrambles in the octagon. Throwing the ball backward without looking also forces him to rely on body awareness rather than just sight.
Go, 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 go. There you go. Go. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Good, go. Nobody can be good, go. That's it, go. Nobody can be. Go, 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 go. Boom. Boom. Yes, it, go. Go, go, go. 15 seconds, go, Armand, go. Go, Josh, go. Go, AJ, go. There you go. Come on, there you go. 10 seconds. Don't stop.
Then it gets even crazier. Khamzat drops into a full plank position while gripping a core trainer with 3 wheels. While holding his body steady, he pushes it forward and then pulls it back, all while staying in a plank. It's brutal on the core, shoulders and arms, but it's perfect for building control and balance. The movement forces him to stay tight and steady.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, time! 24.
He also works with resistance bands, stretching and pulling with control to build solid strength and balance. Then comes a unique twist. He does a chest press, but instead of using dumbbells or a barbell, he uses a massive medicine ball. Lying back on a bench or mat, he presses the ball up with power, working his chest, shoulders, and arms all at once. The awkward size of the ball makes it even tougher to control, so every rep is about stability just as much as strength. It's a raw, no-frills way to build the kind of upper body power that translates directly into fight night.
Take the one can and put it inside.
Even though it looks like a breather, Khamzat goes hard on the cycling machine. It's not just for cardio, it helps him build stamina and keep his legs strong. In a fight, getting tired can be the difference between winning and losing. So this isn't just easy pedaling. He's pushing against resistance to stay strong and ready.
Slam! Slam! Good, there you go. Good power.
And of of course, there's grappling. This part is short in the clip, but it shows exactly what we expect from Khamzat. Relentless pressure. He drills transitions, body control, and ground dominance. Everything is tight, fast, and aggressive. The kind of work that turns close fights into total domination. It's the glue that connects all the strength and coordination work he's been doing.
Yeah, the way I kind of break down the camps now is I'm starting to learn more about fighters and understanding what it takes for a fighter to have a successful camp. You know, cardio, not having the volume to go 5 rounds, I think is a false narrative. Based off what I'm seeing here, based off the classes, the sparring, the grappling, yes, he's explosive. Yes, he's dynamic. Yes, he comes out with everything he has. But
all of this intense training hasn't gone unnoticed. Michael Bisping recently shared his thoughts on it, and right off the bat, he didn't hold back. He called Khamzat Chimaev a force of nature and one of the best finishers in all of MMA. Bisping points out that Khamzat only fights one way forward. Whether it's squeezing heads, slamming opponents, or unleashing ground and pound, Bisping believes Khamzat's explosiveness, power, and wrestling make him lethal early on.
Underdog. Now, Khamzat Chimaev is a force of nature, and he only knows how to fight one speed, and that's why people really enjoy watching this guy fight. He goes forward, he's a straight-up killer, he's looking to take you down, do damage, knock you out, squeeze your head off. Whatever it is, he's trying to do damage right from the opening bell.
According to Bisping, the numbers speak for themselves. 14 wins, 12 stoppages, and the only decisions coming in wars against Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman. But even then, he notes, Khamzat slowed down as the rounds piled up. Bisping acknowledges how dangerous Chimaev is, especially early, but he doesn't ignore the one lingering concern that keeps coming up: conditioning.
And that's what he's done to almost everybody. 14 wins, 12 stoppages. Only time he's gone to a decision is twice against Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman. And we know what happened there. He got a little bit tired. And against Kamaru Usman, well, he was kind of lucky to get that decision. I'm not talking shit about Khamzat Chimaev. I think he's phenomenal. But I think he's got some problems here going 5 rounds against Dricus du Plessis. We've never seen him go 5 rounds. But we do know the man is a finisher. He is a phenom. He's a freak of nature. He's a strong son of a bitch. He's a great wrestler. He might not have the accolades of a Bold Nickel, but holy shit, when it comes to being effective, Khamzat, he has a gas tank. He has had no problems going 5 rounds. The 2 times Khamzat went to a decision was when he couldn't get the finish in the first or second round. And that's when Gilbert Burns started to take over. That's when Kamaru Usman had a lot of success and settled the score, and it almost came out as a draw. And now it's not 3 rounds, it's 5 rounds. And the way that Khamzat Chimaev fights is the way that he fights. He ain't going to change. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Bisping also points out a crucial shift since Khamzat moved up to middleweight. He's no longer depleting himself to make 170, and as a result, his strength, recovery, and performance have skyrocketed. Destroying Robert Whittaker in his last outing proved that. But Bisping still questions if Khamzat can maintain his trademark pace for 5 full rounds against a high-pressure opponent like du Plessis.
Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whittaker, that was so impressive. And I don't know why he was killing himself on the scales to make 170 in the first place. Remember when he was supposed to fight Nate Diaz, he came in like 8 or 9 pounds over, just flipped everyone off.
Oh my God. 178 and a half.
Said, I'm here to kill everybody. Kill everybody! And that's essentially what he's been doing. You do lose, you address some things. You address your preparation. You address your weight cut. You address your diet. You address all kinds of shit that you might have been doing wrong. And one of those things might be that I address the fact that I don't pace myself. As I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He's going to go full steam ahead. Khamzat Chimaev's going to go right at him. He ain't going to fuck about. He's going to swing for the fence. He's going to pick him up. He's going to try and slam him down. He's going to go berserk. He's going to go mental. And that's what we love about him.
And that's the real X factor. Bisping doesn't doubt Khamzat's killer instinct. He even compares him to Tom Aspinall as one of the 2 best finishers in MMA today. But if that finish doesn't come early, du Plessis could take over in the later rounds, just like Burns and Usman did. Bisping says it straight. Chimaev will go full steam ahead. But if Dricus survives the storm, he'll be the one taking control down the stretch.
It's one of the best finishes that we have in mixed martial arts right now. In fact, I will say the 2 best finishers in all of MMA right now, Tom Aspinall
and Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat, 14 fights, 12 stoppages, 2 decisions, as I said earlier. And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus du Plessis straight away.
It's clear that Khamzat's not just training hard, he's training smart. But how does this stack up against his upcoming opponent, Dricus du Plessis? Well, Belal Muhammad weighed in with his thoughts, and he's got a sharp take on how this matchup could go. Belal thinks that a lot of people are underestimating Khamzat's cardio, and that's a big mistake. He agrees with what Khabib once said: if Khamzat stays standing and chooses to strike, he'll actually do pretty well. DDP's awkward style might cause some trouble, but Belal points out that Dricus gets hit a lot and often tires out his opponents with constant pressure. But here's the real insight. Belal warns Khamzat not to go all out in the first round. If he charges in and uses up all his energy trying to land a takedown, DDP could just defend and wait it out, which might burn Khamzat out early. Belal's advice is to be smart, keep the fight standing in the early rounds, and then slowly wear DDP down as the fight goes on.
Who do I got, DDP or Chimaev? Honestly, I mean, I think too many people are counting out Chimaev's cardio. I think where Khabib said it best, if he stands up with him and strikes with him, I think he'll do well. DDP is an awkward style, but he does get hit a lot. And he breaks a lot of guys with fatigue. If Chimaev doesn't come out super hard in the first round, trying to take him down and letting out all his energy, I think he'll be fine if he keeps it standing. And then maybe the later rounds you try to wear on him a little bit, but you don't want to go out for that kill in the first round. And DDP just plays defensively. He's strong, obviously. And then you end up burning yourself out for 4 rounds. So he needs to be smart, especially in this 5-round fight. But I got Chimaev. I think Chimaev's a lot crisper on the feet and definitely crisper on the ground.
Very soon there's going to be a championship fight between Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight title. How do you think the fight will play out, and who do you think was going to get his hand raised? As I said before, Dricus is in very good, strong hands in this fight, and we will make sure to remember his name with 2 seconds of silence afterwards.
According to Arman Tarukian, Khamzat's not reinventing the wheel for this one. He's sticking to what works. Relentless pressure, seamless wrestling, and that explosive grind that breaks fighters round by round. And while Dricus is out here throwing down $10,000 bets for every takedown Khamzat lands, Arman isn't buying the hype.
What is a good strategy, without giving anything away, of course, what is a good strategy Khamzat is looking at in terms of, you know, going at Dricus?
I mean, he does every fight the almost same things, and he's not going to change anything.
Well, Dricus said, you know, he even challenges, what did he say, $10,000 or I think it was 10 for every time. I don't know if it was 100 or 10 for every time Khamzat's able to take Dricus down. And we do see Dricus as this freakishly strong 185er. You know, has Khamzat really put the weight on well, and he's going to make a good weight cut and be a stronger 185er?
To him, it's simple. Taking Dricus down might not be the hardest part. It's holding him there that'll tell the real story. But if Dricus really plans to keep his promise, Arman jokes he'd better have his wallet ready, because at this rate, Khamzat's about to drain it.
Yeah, but just take him down. It's not difficult, but hold him is more difficult. So, but if he's really thinks like he's gonna pay his 10,000, he's not gonna make money from that fight. He's gotta give all his money to Khamzat.
Another voice jumped in, and this time, someone who shared the octagon with Khamzat, Kamaru Usman, and he didn't hold back. He's felt Khamzat's pressure, his strength, and that unpredictable energy that throws even elite fighters off their rhythm. When asked who he sees taking the belt at 185, Usman made it clear, people still sleep on Khamzat, and they shouldn't. He pointed out how fans had counted him out against Robert Whittaker, and yet, Khamzat was right there proving them wrong. According to Usman, Chimaev has the raw power power and skill to shock anyone, even the best. But this wasn't blind praise. Usman also gave Dricus du Plessis his flowers, reminding everyone that DDP earned that belt by running through 3 former champions in a row. So while he respects all the fighters involved, Usman's predictions seem to lean slightly toward Chimaev, especially knowing firsthand what it's like to face him.
And just lastly, who do you see taking the belt at 185?
At 185? Listen, I told you guys, don't sleep on Khamzat. When he was fighting Robert Whittaker, everyone said, oh yeah, Whittaker's going to get him. Hey, don't sleep on him. Khamzat's extremely talented, extremely strong. He can shock anyone. But Dricus du Plessis, you can't sleep on him as well. He's the champion for a reason, taking out 3 champions back to back to back. So, hey, respect to all those guys. I respect every one of these fighters. You know, I know people at home were spectators and were fans, and they like to just kind of talk. Oh, he had a bad performance. He had a boring one. But, hey, you have to respect each and every one of these guys that's willing to get in here, you know, in little bitty gloves and damn near underwear and bare their soul in here. So you have to respect that.
Now, while Usman's first-hand experience left him leaning slightly toward Khamzat, there's another man who shared the octagon with Chimaev, and his take swings the other way. Robert Whittaker, who went toe-to-toe with Khamzat in a high-stakes showdown, isn't riding the same hype train. When asked about the upcoming title clash between Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, Whittaker didn't hesitate to call it tricky, but ultimately he gave the edge to Dricus. He acknowledged Khamzat's explosive power and his ability to drag fighters down to the mat early, but Whittaker also pointed out the obvious. If Chimaev doesn't get the finish in those early minutes, things could get dicey. He sees Dricus as the more favorable pick the longer the fight goes, especially since Chimaev's pace tends to drop after the first round. And that wasn't just a guess, it was coming from someone who stood across from both of them. Whittaker respects Khamzat's fire, but in a 5-round war, he's betting on Dricus to outlast the storm.
Your opinion on the championship fight that's happening in August, Dricus versus Khamzat. What do you think is going to happen, and who do you think is going to get their hands raised in middleweight?
It's tricky. I think the favorite would have to be Dricus, just because... Yeah, I think the favourite would have to be Dricus. The only things I can really say with any sort of certainty is that Chimaev will get Dricus to the mat. But if Chimaev doesn't finish Dricus there, I find it hard for him to win. I think the longer the fight goes, Dricus is more favourable. Chimaev has outstanding first-round finishes, but you know every fight that's gone the distance has been close.
At the end of the day, all the predictions and opinions come second to what's happening behind the scenes. Right now, Chimaev's training speaks volumes. Whether it's enough to break through Dricus' toughness is the million-dollar question. Let us know in the comments below whose camp you think will make the real difference.